Hello students, in the last class we have seen problem number 9. Now in this class we will try to solve problem number 13. Please have a look on problem number 13. Shiva Company Limited offered to the public 20,000 shares of rupees 100 each. How many shares Shiva Company Limited issued? 20,000 shares. Each share value 100 at a premium of rupees 5 per share. Face value is 100 plus premium is 5. Total, what is the issue price? Issue price 105. The payment was to be as follows. So we have to receive total 105 from the shareholders. How we are receiving this 105 rupees? On application 20 rupees, on allotment 35 rupees. This 35 rupees includes premium. So out of 35, how much is premium? 5. Remaining 30 rupees is what? Capital. 5 rupees is premium, 30 rupees is capital. Okay. First call 25 rupees. Final call, that means second and final call 25 rupees. So we will receive 105. Now next look at applications are received for 35,000 shares. Actually we have issued 20,000 shares, but public subscribed for 35,000 shares. How many shares the company can allot? Company can allot maximum 20,000 shares only. Number of shares applied 20,000 shares. Number of shares applied 35,000, but the company will allot only 20,000 shares. Applications for 10,000 shares were rejected. Total we have received 35,000 applications. We have received applications for shares 35,000. Out of 35,000, 10,000 applications for 10,000 shares were rejected. Applications for 15,000 shares were allotted. So what they are doing here, they are dividing the applications into different quantities. First category 10,000 shares, second category 15,000 shares. To these people company allotted fully, full shares company allotted 10,000 shares, and the remaining applications were accepted in full. Sorry, just a minute. For the applications of 15,000 shares, company allotted only 10,000 shares. What are the remaining applications? Shares, and the remaining applications were accepted in full. What are the remaining applications? 10,000. 10,000. These were allotted full. So total how much? How many shares company allotted? 20,000 shares. I repeat, we have received applications for 35,000 shares, but company can allot maximum 20,000 shares. Right? So they are dividing, the board of directors, they are dividing the applications into different categories. First category 10,000 shares, second category 15,000 shares, third category 10,000 shares. For the shareholders of 10,000, for the applicants of 10,000 shares, the directors did not allot even single share. For the application holders of 15,000 shares, company allotted 10,000 shares. For the applications of 10,000, company allotted fully. Okay. The directors made both the calls. Both the calls means first call and second and final call. One shareholder holding 500 shares failed to pay the two calls. As a consequence, his shares were forfeited and reissued as fully paid at 80 per share. There are so many shareholders in the company. A shareholder who is holding 500 shares, he failed to pay first call and final call, second and final call. That means he paid only application money, allotment money. Okay. Journalize the above transactions on the basis of given information. Just you have to record the journal entries. That's it. You need not to prepare the balance sheet. This is a simple problem. Simple problem. Okay. Shall we solve the problem? Now take out your notebooks. Problem number 13. Problem number 13. What is the requirement? Journal. To prepare journal, we need transactions. Yes or no? So tell me, what are the transactions we have? Tell me what are the transactions we have. First and foremost transaction is what? Receipt of application money. Receipt of application money. Second transaction, transfer of application money to share capital. Third transaction is what? Allotment amount to due. Allotment amount due. Fourth transaction, receipt of allotment amount. Fifth transaction, first call amount to due. In the problem, we have total 4 installments. Okay. First call amount to due. Next one, receipt of first call. Receipt of first call. Next one, second call amount to due. Second call amount due. Next one, receipt of second call. Receipt of second call. We have more 2 transactions. What are those transactions? Forfeiture of shares. After final call. After final call, second and final call, shares were forfeited. Right? Forfeiture of shares. Next one, reissue of shares. So total how many transactions we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 transactions you have and 10 journal entries you have to record. Is it clear, students? So to prepare journal, first of all you have to identify the transactions. Here we identified. After that you should know the journal entry. After that you need amount. Okay, amount. So as I already told you, we have to prepare a statement containing the details of application money received, allotment amount received, first call amount received, final call amount received, all those things. Okay, now look at now here write down a small information. Number of shares issued. Number of shares issued. How many shares we have issued? 20,000 shares. Next one, number of shares applied. How many shares public applied for? 35,000 shares. Next one, number of shares allotted. How many shares we can allot? Maximum 20,000 shares. 20,000 shares. That's it. Okay, this information is important. Now next, prepare the statement. Here the total applications for shares were divided into three categories. We also write the same. First category, second category, third category. Okay, so this is category number. Next, number of shares applied. First category people, how many number of shares they have applied, that we have to write. Number of shares allotted. How many shares you have allotted? Next one, application money received. Application money received. Next one, amount transferred to share capital. Next one, amount adjusted against allotment. Next one, amount refunded. Amount refunded. Next, allotment amount due. Allotment amount due received. So same like this. Draw more columns. First category, second category, third category. Okay, allotment amount arrears. First call amount due received arrears. Final call amount due received arrears. Okay, now look at. If you prepare this statement, you can comfortably complete the answer. Now write down column names, category, category, number of shares applied, number of shares applied. Next one, number of shares allotted, number of shares allotted. Next one, application money received, application money received. Next one, transfer to share capital, transfer to share capital. Next one, adjusted against allotment, adjusted against allotment. Next one, refund. See, these many columns we have to prepare only in the case of oversubscription, only in the case of oversubscription. Okay, next, allotment amount due, allotment amount due, received. Okay, here arrears. Next, first call due, receipt, arrears. Next, final call due, receipt, arrears. Okay, now come to category 1 2 3 4 5. No, only 1 2 3, that's right. Yes, category 1, category 2, and category 3. 1 2 3. Okay. Right. Now come to category 1. So category 1 applicants, how many shares they were applied? They were applied for 10,000 shares. But company did not allot any single share. Company did not allot any single share. But we have received amount 10,000 shares into, what is the amount due on allotment? What is the amount due on allotment? 20 rupees. 20 rupees. So 10,000 into 20, we will receive from them 2 lakhs. We will receive from them 2 lakhs. So no amount to transfer to share capital, no amount is adjusted. Finally, the total amount we will refund. Understand everyone? First category people 10,000. First category people for 10,000 shares. Okay, company did not allot any single share. Okay, so but we have received amount from them 2 lakhs. Finally we have to refund it. Second category people 15,000 shares. Second category people 15,000 shares. 15,000 shares. Okay, how many shares we have allotted? 10,000 shares. How many shares we have allotted? 10,000 shares. Now look at how much application money we have received. Application money we will receive on total number of shares. Total number of shares applied. At the time of application, we will receive money on total number of shares applied. Okay, so how much amount here? 3 lakhs. 3 lakhs. Out of 3 lakhs, how much amount we will transfer to share capital? Number of shares applied into application money. Sorry, number of shares allotted into application money. These second category people, they have applied for 15,000 shares, but we have allotted only 10,000 shares. 10,000 shares amount we have to transfer to share capital. What about the remaining amount? Remaining amount we will adjust against allotment. Remaining amount we will adjust against allotment. Tell me, at the time of allotment, how much amount you have to receive? 35 rupees. 35 rupees. Okay, so this 1 lakh rupee we will adjust against allotment. Will you refund anything? Nothing. Nothing we will refund. So next, tell me, what is the amount to due on allotment? 15,000 shares into 35 rupees. 15,000 shares into 35 rupees. Sorry, 10,000 shares into 35 rupees. Because we have allotted only 10,000. So 3 lakh 50,000. 3 lakh 50,000 is the amount due. Out of 3 lakh 50, already 1 lakh adjusted. So how much you will receive now? 2 lakh 50. I repeat, out of 3 lakh 50, we have already adjusted 1 lakh, and the remaining amount we will receive is 2 lakh 50,000. Next, come to third category people. Third category people, they have applied for 10,000 shares. Third category people, they have applied for 10,000 shares and we have also allotted 10,000 shares. So what is the application money we will receive from them? 10,000 into 20, 2 lakhs we will receive, and the total amount we will transfer to share capital. Why? Because number of shares applied, number of shares allotted, both are equal. So the total amount we will transfer to share capital. No adjustment, no refund. So what is the amount to due on allotment? 10,000 shares into 20 rupees, 2 lakhs. Sorry, allotment 35 rupees na? Allotment 35. Allotment 35. Okay, so 10,000 shares into 35. How much? 3,500. 3,500. Sorry, 3 lakh 50,000. 10,000 into 35, 3 lakh 50,000, and we also received total amount. How can we know total amount received? In the problem they have mentioned that only one shareholder holding 500 shares, he failed to pay first call and final call. That means he paid application and allotment money. Is it clear? So no arrears. First column is blank because we have refunded. Okay, second column. Now come to second column. Second category, no arrears, no arrears. Now what is the first call amount due? 10,000 shares into, on first call amount due is 25, on second and final call amount due is 25. So 10,000 into 25, you have to receive 2,50,000. On first call you have to receive 2,50,000, but on 500 shares you are not receiving money. On 500 shares you are not receiving money, that means it is in arrears. So how much? 10,000. Then how much you will receive? The remaining amount, 2,40,000. 2,50,000 is due, 10,000 not received. So received is how much? 2,40,000. Now come to final call. What is the amount to due on final call? 10,000 into 25, 2 lakh 50. Final call due. Arrears same. On 500 shares we will not receive money. So here how much? 10,000 we will not receive. 10,000 we will not receive. Right? So how much you receive? 2 lakh 40. 2 lakh 40. Now come to third category. Third category. What is the amount to due on first call? 10,000 into 25. 2 lakh 50. So arrears. Just a minute. On 500 shares amount was not received. Okay, just a minute. What we will do is, okay, this is correct and this is overall we have not received amount, right? Fine. Now look at, and these people also we have to receive 10,000 shares into 25, right? So 2 lakh 50. Okay, so on 500 shares amount was not received. Fine. Now put together how much amount you will receive. How much amount you will receive? Look at, so here also amount not received is 10,000. How? 500 into 25. 500 into 25. Then how much you will receive? 4 lakh 90. Put together you will receive 4 lakh 90. Here also same. On 500 shares we are not receiving money, so 10,000. He is not specifying that these 500 shares belongs to which category. Okay, that's why we are combining the amount. So 4 lakh 90. 5 lakhs is due, 250 plus 250. 5 lakhs is due. Here 5 lakhs, total, take out total 5 lakhs. Here application money received total how much? 3 plus 2, 5 plus 2, 7. Here transfer to capital how much? Total 4 lakhs. Here what is the total amount to due? 7 lakhs. Received 6 lakhs. What about 1 lakh? Already adjusted. Right? Now, that's it. Look at the statement. Yes, this is the statement. Once you are ready with this statement, we can prepare the entries. Clear? Now, come to journal. Draw the pro forma of journal. Shiva Company Limited. In the books of Shiva Company Limited, in the books of Shiva Company Limited journal. Okay, fine. Now, draw journal pro forma. Okay, what happened? Date, debit amount, sorry, credit amount, debit amount, ledger folio column. Okay, these are the columns. Write down column names. Date, particulars, LF, debit rupees, credit rupees. So tell me, what is the first transaction? Receipt of application money. What is the entry for that? What is the entry for receipt of application money? No date available, right? Bank account to debit, bank account to debit to equity share application account. Equity share application account. How much amount received? Look at the statement. Total application money received 7 lakhs. Total application money received 7 lakhs. Yes or no? So what's the narration? Being application money received on money received on 35,000 shares at 20 each. At 20 each. Fine. Now, second entry, transfer of application money to share capital. Now look at equity share. What is the entry for this? Equity share application account to debit. Equity share application account to debit. How much? 7 lakhs. Now look at this third column, not third column, fourth column, fifth column, sixth column, fourth column, fifth column, sixth column. These three columns are nothing but how you are utilizing this application money. These three columns are nothing but you have received application money. How you are utilizing this application money is you can find in these three columns. Now look at, so out of 7 lakhs, out of 7 lakhs, 4 lakhs you are transferring to share capital. 1 lakh you are adjusting against allotment. 2 lakhs you are refunding. I repeat, you have application money 7 lakhs. Out of this 7 lakhs, 4 lakhs is transferred to share capital. 1 lakh is adjusted against allotment and the remaining 2 lakhs you are refunding. Now write down the accounts to equity share capital account, equity share capital account 4 lakhs to equity share allotment account, equity share allotment account 1 lakh. And what about this 2 lakh? Refund. Refund means bank account credit. Bank account credit. Bank account credit. What's the narration will write? Being application money transferred to share capital account. Share capital. That's it. 2 entries over. What is the third entry? Third entry for allotment amount due. Third entry is for allotment amount due. What is the entry for allotment? Equity share allotment account to debit. Equity share allotment account to debit. What is the amount to due on allotment? You get 7 lakhs. So write down here 7 lakhs to equity share capital account. Look at allotment amount to due is 7 lakhs, but out of this 7 lakhs, some amount we have to transfer to share capital and the remaining amount we have to transfer to capital. So why should we do like that? Why means this application money includes, sorry, allotment amount includes this 35 rupees allotment amount includes 5 rupees premium. So this premium amount you have to transfer to securities premium account, securities premium account. Remaining 30 rupees is our capital, so this we will transfer to share capital account. Please try to understand, whatever the extra amount you are collecting from the shareholder in the form of premium, that amount you have to transfer to a separate account called securities premium account. So now out of this 7 lakhs, out of this 7 lakhs, how much is capital and how much is premium? Total 20,000 shares allotted into 30 rupees is our capital. 30 rupees is our capital, so 6 lakhs. Next, two securities premium. Two securities premium. Two securities premium. How much premium? You are collecting 5 rupees on each share, so it will come 1 lakh. It will come 1 lakh. Understand? So, what is the narration? Being allotment amount due. Allotment amount due on 20,000 shares at rupees 35 each, including premium. So this 35 rupees includes premium, and that premium amount we have transferred to a separate account called securities premium account. Try to remember. Okay, now fourth entry, receipt of application money. Sorry, receipt of allotment amount. Okay, now tell me how much amount you are receiving on allotment. bank account debit. Look at how much amount we have received, 6 lakhs. Sir, allotment amount is due for 7,000, but why we are receiving only 6 lakhs? Why? Because already 1 lakh here we have adjusted against allotment. So 6 lakhs amount received, 1 lakh adjusted, total will become 7 lakhs. Okay. 2. Equity share allotment account, 6 lakhs. 6 lakhs. Look at here once. Equity share allotment, credit 6 lakhs. Here second entry credit 1 lakh. Total 7 lakh credit. Here equity share allotment 7 lakh debit. Account closed. 7 lakh debit, 1 lakh plus 6 lakh credit. Account closed. Okay, fine. Being application allotment money, being allotment money received, being allotment money received. Next, fifth one, first call amount due. Fifth transaction is what? First call amount due. First call amount due. So what is the entry for first call amount due? Equity share, first call account to debit, equity share, first call account to debit. What is the amount due? 5 lakhs. What is the amount due? 5 lakhs. So you look at the equity share first call column, 5 lakhs. 5 lakhs. Okay. So 5 lakhs is the due. 2. Equity share capital account, 5 lakhs. Right. Being first call amount due. Being first call amount due. Now, sixth one, receipt of first call. Tell me how much amount you are receiving. Bank account debit. How much amount you are receiving? Look at the receipt column. 4 lakh 90 you are receiving. Yes, 4 lakh 90. What about the remaining 10,000? 10,000 is arrears. So this arrears amount we will transfer to a separate account called calls in arrears account. Calls in arrears account. 2. Equity share first call account, being first call money received, being first call money received. Fine. Next. So what is the next entry? Second call amount due. So write down the entry for this. Equity share second call account debit. What is the amount due? Same 5 lakhs. Look at the column. Look at the second call amount column. 5 lakhs. 5 lakhs is the due. Out of that, okay. First write down the entry to equity share capital account, 5 lakhs. Okay. Being second and final call due. Being second and final call due. So now receipt entry. Tell me how much amount you are receiving. Just a minute. Just go to amount column once. Go to amount column once. See, 500 shares, on 500 shares 25 rupees amount not received. Small calculation error. On 500 shares 25 rupees is the amount. 25 rupees is the amount, so it comes around 12,500. Is it or not? 500 into 25, 12,500. So that how much amount we will receive? Total 5 lakhs minus 12,500. We will receive 4,87,500. Small correction in the calculation. So here also same. Here also same. So here it is 12,500, 487,500. 487,500. Okay, clear? Now go to first call. Go to first call. Now there, write down here 4,87,500. 12,500 is the due. Now here, bank account debit. So how much we have received? 487,500. So remaining amount is calls in arrears. Calls in arrears account debit to equity share second call account. Five lakhs being second and final call received. Is it clear? Now look at. Now we have more two entries to record. Right. So what is the next entry? Forfeiture of shares. Why we are cancelling his shares? Because he failed to pay first call amount and second call amount, so that we are cancelling his shares. Tell me, what is the entry for share forfeiture? So equity share capital account debit equity share capital account debit to share forfeiture account to calls in arrears account. What is the entry for share forfeiture? Equity share capital account debit to share forfeiture account to calls in arrears account. Then what is the amount we have to write? So this is the question mark for the students. Simple. So come to debit account first. How many shares you are going to cancel? 500 shares. Into how much called up? Look at how much called up. 20 rupees application money. Actually 35 rupees is allotment, but out of 35, 5 rupees is premium and remaining 30 rupees is capital. Here you have to take only the capital portion. Only the capital portion. Next, 25 rupees first call called. 25 rupees second and final call called. That means what is the total amount called by the company? Company called the total amount of face value 100 rupees. Total amount of the face value 100 rupees. So 500 shares into 100 rupees. How much will get? How much will get? 50,000. 50,000. Now look at, out of this amount of 100 rupees, how much amount you have received? 20 received, 30 also received. Okay, so come to share forfeiture, write down there 500 shares into amount paid by the shareholder. How much he paid? 50 rupees he paid. So 25,000. Now remaining amount 25,000 is calls in arrears. Or else you can see the calls in arrears account debit here. Here debit 12,500. Here debit 12,500. Now 25,000 credit. Right? Or else we can write like this also. 500 shares into how much amount not paid? 25 plus 25. 50 not paid. So 25,000. So narration being 500 shares of rupees 100 each forfeited due to what? Due to non-payment of calls money. Due to non-payment of calls money. Is it clear? Now, these forfeited shares were reissued again. These forfeited shares were reissued. Now, what is the entry for reissue? What is the entry for reissue? Bank account to debit. When you reissue the shares, you will receive money. How many shares you are going to reissue? Total shares. Total shares. So 500 shares into at what price you are reissuing? At 80 rupees per share. At 80 rupees per share. So total becomes 40,000 you are going to receive. Now look at, actually 100 rupees face value of share. 100 rupees face value of share you are issuing at only 80. 100 rupees face value of share you are issuing only at 80. So there is a discount of 20. There is a discount of 20, and this discount we will set off against the share forfeiture account. Share forfeiture account. So share forfeiture account debit. Earlier share forfeiture account is credit. Now we are setting off so that it is credit, debited. How many shares you have reissued? 500 shares. Per share discount is how much? 20. So it comes around 10,000. Is it clear? 2. Equity share capital account. 50,000 being being 500 forfeited shares were reissued. Now tell me, 500 shares forfeited, 500 shares reissued. Okay, now look at, there is any balance in share forfeiture account? Check for any balance in forfeiture account. See, earlier we have 25,000 balance. Out of that, we have used 10,000 to set off the discount on reissue of shares. So, what is the remaining amount we will have? We will have 15,000. And this amount is the special entry. This amount we will transfer to, this amount we will transfer to capital reserve. Right on. Share forfeiture account debit. This entry is important. Share forfeiture account debit. What is the balance you have? 15,000 to capital reserve account. 15,000. Write in the narration being profit on reissue, being profit on reissue of shares is transferred to capital reserve. That's it. This is your problem. That's it. You need not to prepare the balance sheet because we don't have assets information. And that too, in the problem, they didn't ask balance sheet. Now have a look on the whole problem. So these are the transactions you have to record in the journal. See, for each and every problem in case of issue of shares, these are the these are the transactions we will record normally. Okay, out of these some transactions we may not record. If the shares were not forfeited, you need not record forfeiture entry. Okay, if the shares were not reissued, you need not record the reissue entry. If there are only 3 installments, you need not record the second call entry. Okay, you can record only 3 installments. Understand? So these are transactions, and this is our table which shows amount received, not received, arrears. Okay, all those things. Next, this is our next page. 3 entries, and this is on another next page. If you want, you can take snapshot, and this is the next one. Okay, that's it. So we will meet again in the next video. Till then, bye bye everyone.